Beer, good. Chocolate, good. Cake, good. Chocolate beer cake, really good. What you doing in the kitchen, baby girl?
I need to make a cake.
A cake. That's a good idea. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. Today, we are going to make a chocolate beer cake. Now, you may ask, hey, why does this guy who works on motorcycles and lawnmowers and carburetors, why is he making a cake? Well, because I think it's a good idea for everyone to be a little bit well-rounded, you know. I taught my daughter how to change the oil and change the tire on her car, and I taught my son how to cook. So I think everyone should be a little bit well-rounded, and this is just my well-rounded side, and I love to eat. So today we are going to make, like I said, a chocolate beer cake, and what you're going to want to have is yourself a good stout beer. I'm using a Guinness today. So let me get my stuff set up. I got most of the stuff out here, and I got my helper.
I want to make a cake.
Yep, she's going to help me make a cake.
Something to get. We need something to mix it up.
It's nice to have a helper. To get started, we're going to have a stick of softened butter. That's 4 ounces. And to that, we are going to add 10 ounces of brown sugar, which works out to be about 1 1/3 cups. And cream those together. All right, after a couple minutes of mixing that together, we're going to add in 2 beaten eggs. Slowly. Until that's all mixed up nicely. She's still busy helping. So after you mix this for a while, this is what you're ending up with here. And then the next thing you want to do is measure out 6 ounces of flour, which works out to be about 1.25 cups, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And you just kind of want to mix this all together in here.
Mix this all together.
You're mixing stuff together over here too? Good helper. So we'll get that all mixed together and move on to the next step. Somebody's found out about the fun of cooking. You get to lick the beaters. So since it's a chocolate cake, we have some cocoa powder here, which is 2/3 of a cup, about 2 ounces. And then to this, we are going to stir in 7 ounces of stout beer. And then we're going to have these 3 bowls full of stuff. Papa needs more help, right? So we'll just stir that up. And then next we got to combine all 3. As with many times I make these recipes, the first time I'm making it, so I love this. Bear with me as we see how this works. We're going to alternately add a little bit of the chocolatey stuff and a little bit of the powdery stuff in here and fold it in. So we'll put in a little bit of that, mix it in, put in a little bit of this, mix it in, and we'll continue to do that until it's all added. And there we had everything added. Our last little bit folded up here. Now I like to just make recipes where you just throw everything in and just use the mixer and blend it. So this is a little bit more fiddly than I usually like to do, but we'll see how it turns out. Looked interesting to me, so. All right, so since I am making a cake here to impress a 2.5-year-old girl, I'm making it in a couple of cake pans here. I don't know what you call these, what, 8 or 9 inch round cake pans, and I'm gonna make it stacked layer cake, but you could probably make this in a 9x13 pan as well. So I'm going to put half of this into one and half into the other. Okay, into the center of the oven, 350 degrees for 30 minutes. 30 minutes in the oven here. That's what we've got. You can see it's a bit on the springy side, kind of away from the edges. That's what you want to look for. So we'll let that cool, and then I'm going to tip them over, and we'll cross our fingers they come out of there. And then we're going to make some icing. I had to kind of struggle to get these cakes out of the pan, so they kind of stuck in the middle. Parchment paper probably would have been a good idea. But we're going to put some icing on there. And you know, you're seeing this as I'm making it, so they may not be perfect, but I'm going to eat them. So we'll make some icing now. We have half a stick of butter and 4 ounces of powdered sugar, which worked out to be about 1.25 cups. Add the two together, and we're going to blend that all up. Next, we're going to slowly add 2 tablespoons of stout beer. This actually has a beer icing. Now we got that mixed up, we're going to add the chocolate. I'm supposed to get dark chocolate, but I got this milk chocolate, and you're supposed to get about 50% to 55% cocoa. But we needed 4 ounces. This was a 3-ounce bar, so then I added one of these unsweetened. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I melted this in the microwave. You can melt it in a double boiler or however you want to do it. And then just fold that into here. And Zelda is over here quietly enjoying the mixing beaters. Brings back a lot of memories of cooking with my mom. So we'll mix this all up, and then we'll see if we can't put these patchwork cakes together. There we go, with a little bit of cleaning up. Turned out okay. I'm definitely not a pro at this, but I'm pretty satisfied with the look of it. And we're about to eat dinner in a little while, and then we will enjoy a piece. So we'll let you know how it turned out. There's a piece missing. What do you think of the cake, young lady?
It's so yummy.
It's so yummy? Well, I don't know if you can get a whole lot better than that. Well, there you have it, chocolate beer cake. It's pretty good too. All right, if you're digging what I'm putting out, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and if you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.